Hey guys, Nintendo fanboy for the win here, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about why I think there might be a Gen 5 remake or something to that effect, pretty much either after Sun and Moon or at least this gen. So I was playing around with PK Hex the other day, and I actually gave myself all the key items, and I stumbled across this in the key items, the plasma card. It's basically a key item from 5th gen back in Black and White 2 that allowed you to get on the Plasma Frigate, which was like one of their ships. Now, what I think this could mean for the game is I think this might be a similar situation to the Mega Latios and Latias stones from Pokemon X and Y. So back in the Pokemon X and Y days, right as PK Hex and all these other things were coming up, we had found out about the Latios site and the Latias site, and they were obviously items, not key items, but at the same time, it was still interesting to see that there were new megas that were not released, that, you know, we couldn't even get Latios and Latias. And what that ended up being was obviously a new mega that came out in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So I think this might be alluding to a new Gen 5 remake or some sort of a DLC where we go to Unova, and I think that would be awesome in both ways. Obviously, there's some issues with going to Unova as a DLC because, let's just say, for instance, you have, you know, anything that comes out as DLC is stored on the SD card. So let's say that you either lose your SD card or you plug your game into another, you know, 3DS. What's going to happen once you turn that 3DS on and you go to your save file? If you're in Unova at the time, you know, obviously you're not going to have the data to be in Unova. So I don't know how that's going to work. But if it is a Gen 5 remake, there could be a couple things with that. One is, I guess it could be a Gen 4 remake first and then a Gen 5 remake, which would be pretty cool. Obviously, we've had multiple games in a generation at once. Obviously, we've had, you know, Diamond, you know, I'll just make Gen 4 as an example. We had Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, then we had Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and so, you know, we had multiple, you know, we had 5 games in one generation. So I don't think it's that it's that, you know, hard to grasp that there could be a Gen 4 remake and then a Gen 5 remake. Now, I'm really hoping that this means that there's going to be a Gen 5 remake. I did like Gen 5, but I do hope that they bring out a Gen 4 remake before that. I don't know why they would just bring out a Gen 5 remake, but at the same time, I have no idea why they would, you know, just randomly include this key item as, you know, this key item is the only key item that is not from this region or something that really matters. So I don't know why they would include this other than either it being a DLC or they wanted to test it out. So if they do that, the other thing that might allude to this is back in even 6th gen, I'm not sure which berry. There were a bunch of berries in here that were included that were part of the I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it was some avenue, something in Black and White 2 that allowed you to get these random berries that did certain things in there that aren't useful pretty much anywhere else. It's just useful in Unova. And it would make sense if they included that back in 6th gen, since 6th gen will be able to probably trade with 7th gen normally, I guess, unless there's certain restrictions. But yeah, guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave it a like. Leave your comments down below. What do you think about this? If they did come out with a remake or DLC, would you be happy with that? I'm hoping they come out with a remake in general, but seeing as at least with the Latios site and the Latias site, it was an item that you could hold, so it makes sense that, you know, you'd be able to get that. But if it's a key item where obviously you can't trade a key item or anything, there's no reason to have that here. That's why I'm thinking, I'm not sure exactly, like, maybe it is going to be a DLC, maybe it's going to be something like that. So if you did like this video, please leave it a thumbs up. Leave in the comments down below what you guys thought. Leave any other suggestions for other videos. I will be making some new PK Hex videos, hopefully either later this week or next week. And hope you guys enjoyed. So thank you and goodbye.